All right, and we're going.
Hello.
I might keep that test we did in.
No.
You were being such a dork about it. Just like move your character around so I know that the video's working. I didn't say the video's working, but I was like, move around. So then she's like moving around in her chair, like,
whatever.
where do you want me to go? Oh. Yes, we did the speech last time. That's where we left off. So today, we're going to be talking about one of the things you guys were asking. It hasn't just been for these, but it's been like every now and then people will be like, "What jobs would your kids play?"
Oh yes.
So that's one of the topics that we're going to discuss. I don't really know the other stuff.
The other one was gonna be how we picked out our kids' names.
Oh, that's right.
And if we had boy name alternatives.
Well, this will be a very family-centric Playcast then, I guess.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about our kids.
Our kids.
How boring are we? We're just gonna talk about our children.
I love them though. They keep life interesting.
Definitely. I think honestly we might actually be bored if we didn't have kids.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually only like 9:48 right now.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
And ideally we get them in bed
8,
and they're asleep by 8:30. Which, I mean, it's not, we didn't do too much worse. It felt so much longer tonight. Esme's been super clingy. That's the baby. And then the Adeline she does not settle down. She's probably still up right now. She just lays there. But she'll like flip around, she'll sit up, she'll try and climb over me. And I just have to eventually WWE her into the bed, and I just pin her for a second until she freaks out. And then I let her go. And I'm like, settle down. And then she just kind of pouts at me.
Are these new characters?
Maybe. Actually, don't remember seeing them.
Yeah, I don't remember them. Yeah, that's part of the plan. Oh, it's Chinese. I heard it.
Chinese?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the place they do it in the voice acting.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, well, you're not able to hear it very well. I've got the speaker so we can hear a little bit, but not high enough for the microphone to pick up. So
And they're off to start a new and hopefully feed people.
yeah. But we used to talk about like kind of off top, like just randomly based on your pregnancies. We talk about our like kids' personalities, what we think they're gonna do,
Oh yes.
who they're gonna be, what they're. I always said Esme. We'll start with the youngest. Esme was gonna be a monk because her thing in utero was just punching. She'd move her hands all the time.
All the time.
And that's right, peeps. You can tell which body parts are moving around inside your belly. Apparently.
And well, I didn't know which way she was facing until I got the ultrasound.
Yeah.
And that's when they told me that she was already pretty much head down with her feet up towards my rib cage. But with her, she didn't stretch out her feet, or if she did, it would be every once in a while. What I felt most was being punched in the bladder. So like, you're completely fine, you're just sitting there, and then the baby moves, punches me in the bladder, and all of a sudden I really have to go pee.
Yep.
And so that's what she was. She would just keep punching me.
I would just see Jessica coming out of the bathroom like, she won't stop. She's been hitting me all day. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm going back to sleep.
Yep, lucky you.
Until Adeline and Ari come in and pile drive me. Yeah, the next thing he does is he's a deliveries person
Oh.
for crafting and gathering.
I was wondering if that's what he was referencing.
Yeah, so he'll be side story from here. Just got to make Mike happy. I don't think Mike's played much since, but he's never forgiven Kaishir for being such a dumbass.
Oh,
through
really?
through the main story.
Aw.
I couldn't really pin Addie. I knew that she was going to be
She was a
Adeline.
kicker.
She was a kicker. I thought she was going to be a
Oh, she
soccer or
kicked.
football, whichever one you want to call it, player, because she was kicker. She'd kick you in the lungs and in the spine.
That's where some people say I felt the baby up to my ribs, and I'm like, oh, I didn't feel that,
No,
with
with Ari.
Ari. I was like, that's weird. I had that with Adeline. She would just stretch, and that's where she would just, it felt like she was kicking me in my ribs.
It's crazy that she didn't break your water.
Well, she ripped it with her kicks.
Oh, she didn't.
But because it happened at the top of the uterus, that's why it didn't break.
Oh, okay.
So it's a whole nother thing.
But yeah, so I couldn't really pin her then, but with her personality now, I would say warrior.
Yeah, she's a warrior.
Because she's just a tank of a kid. She's solid. She's strong. She still kicks a whole hell of a lot.
Oh yes.
That's her. Like, speaking of putting her down to go to bed, she'll lay there. She'll get up, flip over, and then just kick. And if you get caught in the face, it's your own. It's just occupational hazard at that point. I try and stop her and settle her down, but holy shit, she just. And her screaming. It's her screaming and her temper is the other bit.
Yeah, that's the way that was it. The blood boil is for the warrior.
No, it's
Or
just
the
berserk.
berserk, seeing red. Yeah, that's Adeline.
That is her. Oh my goodness. Backtracking for a second to the her being such a tanky kid. She's gonna be taller than Ari.
Yeah,
For sure. She was longer when she was born.
she's also about to be 2, and she's already taller than Ariella was at 2.
And I mean, she's just a stocky kid.
Like me.
Yeah, like her mama. But no, one day I was getting groceries put away, and I had stuff set on the floor, and one was a gallon of apple juice, and she, at under 2 years old, she's not 2 yet, she's like a year and a half at this point, she picks it up and carries it across the kitchen, and just sets it down. She moves chairs. She knocks down the gate. The gate was fine, leading into the hallway outside of my office. Just because there's no door in my office, she will headbutt the bottom of it or whatever and get under it.
No, what she does is she grabs the top of it and she shakes it until one side gives, and it does this little twist thing, and then it has like a little hole that kind of pops open in the bottom, and she would just crawl through there.
Yeah.
Now she's strong enough that when she shakes it, it just breaks both sides down.
Yeah. So yeah, warrior, and she is. There's no battle cry in the game, but holy crap, would she have it?
Oh yes.
That's her crying when she was a baby. I felt like I had postpartum, because it's just this mixture of when she was a baby, it was like fear and rage, but it's like I'm getting all these instinctual kicks to I gotta protect her, something's wrong, but nothing's happening. And so then I'm trying to give her a bottle. She doesn't like me with the bottle, so that doesn't help her. I try and change her diaper, and she's screaming and kicking the whole time, and that's not really helping her. And so I was just helpless with her for so long. I was so frustrated. I thought I was going to throw her out the window. Sometimes I still want to throw her out the window.
She's just such a
But
Sour Patch Kid?
She's still the Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah,
I love her
that's what she's
so
always been.
dang much.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
But when she's mad, she's mad. And so now she just figured out that that's her outlet. She just screams, and it's that shrill, like from the bottom of her stomach. She's gonna be a good singer. She's got great breath control. But oh my gosh, she's a
If she
monster.
doesn't destroy her vocal cords from screaming first.
I mean, she hasn't yet, so
Yeah, that's true.
she's resilient. So yeah, warrior for her. And Esme's still too young, but with the punching and stuff, I think she'll definitely be a monk. And she likes to kick a lot, too. It's just when she's no more than just a normal baby, I think. Ari did that a lot, too. When we take off the diapers, we got the cloth ones, so they're bulkier. So anytime I'm changing her, once I know that the geyser isn't going to come out and get me, the past two girls didn't get me. Esme does. She'll angle herself and just... Old Faithful.
Yes.
Straight in there. So I gotta play peekaboo with the diaper and make sure that she doesn't get me and herself. Sometimes I'll do that to be ready, and then I'll wait like 30 seconds. I'll put the diaper in the hamper, and then all of a sudden behind me I'll hear like just the spray. Just like, son of a... Now I've got to change you. I've got to wipe down.
Well, she also has got this thing with her hips.
Yeah.
That she just will turn her hips real quick, and then it gets sprayed not where you thought it was going to go.
Yeah. She's tough. She's getting stronger, though. You put her on the breastfeeding pillow. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a neck pillow, those U shapes.
It's a boppy.
A boppy.
If some moms might know what that is.
Okay, so I'm just trying to tell for people who don't.
Yeah, it's a U-shaped pillow.
But it's a big bulky one, and I'll usually use it here so I can just kind of have her laying across my lap while I work or play or do whatever during my shift. And we set her on her tummy with her, in the middle of it. So she's propped up, trying to give her that tummy time. But that way she kind of gets a little bit more under her arms. So she's pushing off and she's lifting her head. We got like a good 10 seconds out of her today.
It was longer than that. It was the longest ever. Because she put her head back down, but then she put it right back up.
Yeah.
So it was a lot longer than she's ever done.
Her and Addie have been real strong with that. Ari would just fall asleep. She's like, I'm not doing this. She'd just pass out. Screw your tummy time.
Well, she would do tummy time if she was laying on top of me, which is what I've been trying to do with Esme, but she's kind of still not about that. I think she prefers the pillow, it seems, because she does not like being flat on the floor. She doesn't want to do a full push-up. Basically, she wants to do the half push-up that the pillow allows her. But Adeline has just always been so muscular, so muscularly strong. But she loved tummy time. She wanted to be putting her head up like right away.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if she can wrestle. Normally, doesn't work well for girls being up against boys just because of how weight classes work. Girls typically have more fat stored in their hips and their breasts, so they're up a weight class without being able to get as muscular. And then you've got someone like me who was minimum body fat. Like, I could not legally go any less in this weight class, and those poor girls were like rag dolls. I felt bad. They just they didn't feel like 135 pounds. But
I mean, that's what I was, but I had most of my power in my legs.
Yeah.
I didn't have any upper body.
Yeah, and you need your neck and your legs mostly. You need to be able to bridge.
Yeah.
So that your shoulders don't
she
touch
does.
Her
neck is a lot stronger than mine.
As long as she's in a higher weight class, she'll be able to offset, because guys don't usually they can't put on like 40 pounds of muscle, right? In high school or anything. So as soon as you cross that barrier of maybe 160, 175, it might start tipping in a girl's favor. Not to make anybody feel bad. I'm just saying from my experience, that's kind of how it worked. If you have a specific physiology, though, you could definitely get through it. one girl that one of my upperclassmen was wrestling against had a really good core. Like, he could not tip her over for anything. I think he still ended up winning, but he couldn't. It wasn't a. It wasn't
an
nearly,
easy
yeah.
fight. Yeah.
But you really have to focus on your muscles to make up for that difference. I mean, I already focused on my muscle
Yeah.
build because I still wrestled guys that were doughy.
Yeah.
And they just went down like a sack of potatoes. But yeah, so I think she'd be good at it. I think she'd do really well.
Yeah.
So,
Am I
Ari,
in the
though,
right place? I am, right?
Ari's a big softie.
Oh, she's our gentle one.
Yeah.
But
Would you
but
shut up?
but
Come up
with
here. Come here.
with some
Don't you walk away from me.
dark thoughts, I'll say.
Yeah, she's got.
I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? Yeah, I am.
Where did
I'm
you?
supposed to be
Mordona?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's a hub, not the hub.
Yeah, I got confused.
No, there was she ended up watching me start off what was it? Dragon's Dogma. And there's that scene where your heart gets plucked from your chest. And she said something later on, like I don't know if it was a few days or a week later, but she said something about raining blood. And I was like, "Where did you hear that?"
Yeah.
And then she was playing make believe with Jessica, and I guess they had to go prep dinner or something. So Jessica's like, "All right, we got to stop the game." And she goes, "Okay," and everybody died, and she gets up to go help. Like that was her ending.
Yeah, that was
to
her
the story.
ending.
Everybody died.
And in reflection, I think it was from the movie The Croods, because that's how the
Right.
dad ends every story.
Yeah.
But the fact that she thought that that was an acceptable ending too, and then everybody died, and then she was just okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, she had developed these characters, she had been telling this story, and the way she decided to end it was not like everybody went to bed, good night, or anything like that. It was like everybody died, the end.
Yeah. So I've been going back and forth with her because she could either be maybe red mage, because it's like that mix of white and black.
But this is where I think it's black mage, is because we were getting our house, some of our rooms repainted due to
Oh, yeah.
water damage. And Ariela's like, "Why are they painting our house?" And had to explain it to her. She's like, "Well, how come we didn't get to pick the color?" And I was like, "Well, they were putting it back the way that it was originally, so we don't pick the color. It's this color." And she's like, "I want to paint my room." And I was like, "Okay, well, we can paint your room later on." And I was like, "What color would you want to do?" And in my head, I'm thinking of like a blush pink or something
Yeah.
princessy.
Because that's what she's asked for before. It's pink room.
And she says, "Black. I want to paint my whole room black." And I look at her and I'm like, "What about blush pink?" And she's like, "I'll think about it." And I was like, "Okay." And then
She takes after her aunt so much. Your
yeah,
sister.
my sister.
She might have that goth or scene phase. I
Well,
can see that happening.
what was the other thing? We were watching Trolls
Mhm.
and the World Tour, and the last scene, the Poppy and I forget her name, the hard rock troll Barb, were standing together, and I was like, I probably would dress like Poppy on the outside, but I would be listening to rock music like Barb on the inside. And she said that she would be the opposite of me. She would be Barb on the outside and Poppy on the inside.
She's hardcore.
So I was like, "You like her whole outfit?" She's like, "Yeah, I would wear that." I was like, "Okay."
She's such an interesting mix, because it's princesses on one hand, and then she's got this real gritty side too. It's funny.
Yeah. So for me, she's black mage.
I could see it. She's got both. So I would say that she's got a
Red.
little bit of red, because she She never plays healer in pretend though. She's always offensive.
Yeah, she's always got some sort of magical power. Oh, is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me turn it down on my end here. Sorry.
Yeah, she's always uses some sort of magic to fight you.
Yeah. She's only seen Elsa really do it, so it's always like ice shield, and she of course has a counter to everything I do.
Yeah, she has a counter for everything.
Gotta teach her to take a hit every now and then.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
Long, silent dialogue.
I'm telling them about our friends.
Looks like my brother got Black Ops. I think I'll do that too.
To lead an authority on Soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, hello, Estinian.
Look at those long, luscious locks. I wish he'd wear armor. I hope he has the Bosjan armor later.
For where, I see.
That looks so good. And it's got the leathery look to it. Can look like a vagabond, but still a warrior.
Justinian. Oh, thank the gods. We've been worried sick. Did you lose your love pearl or something?
We need another maiming
The
job.
situation in Garlemald has become
What would it be?
complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Rio. He thought it best we come straight here.
I don't know.
More complicated how?
I'm trying to think of other like archetypes we haven't gone into yet.
After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter. Guide. Our goals being
I could have been samurai with heavier armor, but
and ventured on into the heart of the
they
capital,
went with the Ronin cloth
the palace itself.
style.
There, we found a man whom
Dunno.
all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvas.
Oh yeah, best boy.
Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Oh, here we go.
What's wrong?
Poor Tataru. What's happening? Why can't I see what's happening?
Man, he's so cool. I hope they save him for the final boss in the next expansion. I do kind of want them to give him a haircut, though.
You don't like his long hair?
No, just the way it lays. It's like it looks like he hasn't showered.
Yeah, it
Ever.
does look. That's what I was thinking too.
So it's like
real
he-
greasy.
Yeah.
Just slicked onto his head.
So I'd like to see him change it up a bit later in the future. The long hair isn't bad. It just needs to be styled different. Girl.
He's so strong.
Combo attack.
Oh, that looked really cool. I love how they decided to do that just by looking at each other.
Mm-hmm. I hope we get to learn to use the echo in a cool way like that. But no, we're all vanilla. You were barely a match. You need to go back to the gym. Get stronger. Get those eye levels up. Take him out.
I don't know. It seemed like he much enjoyed our fight. They're like, eh. Oh. That'll make it explode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think okay. So yeah,
Interesting that they gave her a name.
did they not before? I mean, it's been a while. It was before we fought them in the Baelsar. Is it Baelsar's Wall? It was the last dungeon.
Oh.
There you
Oh. I'm a thing.
go. Yeah, don't just there you
Yeah.
go.
I just...
It's gonna be like PvP, so you hit that button.
Wow, he jumps high. What?
You have to select them. Have to select them. You have to.
Wow.
Target.
Why
There you
is
go.
my targeting? Do that again.
Yeah. So that's your combo now.
Oh.
Here.
I need to change that. Why is that so bad? Oh, I hit things.
Just having a hard time.
Well, I'm trying to remember. How do I tab target?
Oh, you don't. You're on a tab target.
Yeah.
Um,
Now I'm locked.
I have to hold my.
That's not the right button. Yeah. Oh, why am I locking on like that? That's
You're-
not what
are
I'm
you-
supposed to be doing. Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
I don't know what you're locking on.
Yeah, I shouldn't be.
Are you tapping the L3? You're not doing this, are you?
No.
Because tab target should just be this.
Oh, see, look, that's what you
But
just
yeah,
said.
you hold the back trigger and that. Right. Anyway, apologize if it's a little awkward for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Because I don't.
Your
I'm not
settings are-
pressing it. Yeah, I don't know why my settings
I don't
are the
know.
way they are. But it is making this way more difficult than it needs to be.
Aquavite.
Oh, this thing. Yeah, see, I keep locking on once I target it. So
Might have messed with something in your settings because you're not typically.
no, I don't do
Fighting
that
stuff.
because I'm a healer.
Yeah.
I don't do that. This is gonna bother me.
Yeah. You could go into your settings. Oh, never mind. So, our kids' names.
Oh yes.
I'll answer this one first though with the boy alternatives. I have one boy name that I want. And I'm really hoping our next one is. I've been hoping that we've had our boy early so that I didn't have to feel this nervous about having it later, because it's like we're up to 3 now. 4 is our limit.
Yes.
And so if we have one more, then there's always the option of adoption. But no, I've always wanted a Leon. Leon has been the boy name that I've stuck to.
Maybe Leon Isaac? Or is it Isaac or Isaiah?
I
remember.
don't know. You were thinking of a middle name. Jessica was saying earlier though, like if I'm kind of warming up to, or you said something about warming up to. Whoa, forgot about that.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Arc Ultima. It's like I'm warming up to the name. I was like, well, that's good because you didn't have an option.
No, I was talking about a middle name.
Yeah.
A different middle name. Oh, this is cool. No, I'm not gonna like this. Why are my settings?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went and targeted it, and then I pressed X, and then it went right into
Oh, just.
doing. Oh, I have more stuff.
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't
what-
sweat it too much.
Okay.
All the more. That one's your.
See?
Yeah, no, I know.
Pressed a
I know.
button and did things.
So that's gonna be your main attack.
Alamore.
Yeah, Alamorn. And then that's a buff. It looks like.
Do that.
And then don't forget to use your Star Diver at the top there. There you go.
Do I do that whenever it's up?
Yep. Yeah. I think the bottom one is a. Yeah, that's a dot. Yep. So, for Ari, all of our girls' names took us a very long time, by the way, to come up with.
Yes.
But we wanted things with meaning, and we were thinking about what we kind of wanted out of them in life and kind of the roles that they'd play in the family. So Ariella, being the firstborn, we wanted to have a strength to her.
Yeah, I wanted her to have a strong first name.
So her name is Lioness of God, and I've got some Hebrew heritage, so I figured doing stuff based on that language would be really nice, and they sound pretty and they've got good meanings. So yeah, she is.
But with the process, I actually started off with the name Arya because of Aragon, and she was Arya's character who was a warrior princess, and I thought of her as a really strong character. And do I have a heal that I don't know about, or am I just not?
Is it the Horrid Roar?
I'm pressing that, but that's not a heal.
I think Alamorn heals you when you use it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're healing.
Do that more then? I'm not standing in things that I know.
Oh, you've got a... Yeah, they're hitting you too. So it's, I think that one, Forward Roar is an AoE. So go closer to the wall and then use it. Yeah, I think that, yeah, that took him out. Then get the bullets.
Oh, I cannot see where to stand.
Then use your order on all them. That'll take them out. And you can... There you go. It should work. There you go.
I'm really
You're good.
not
You're
liking
good.
that.
Oh, I know. You can fix it in a sec here.
Wouldn't kill it. Yeah,
to the
we
right.
had started. Oh, okay. Yeah, I started off with Arya, but the meaning wasn't something we were going for. Like, I really liked the character, but the meaning of the name actually didn't have anything to do with Warrior Princess. So that's why we were actually playing around with other names, and Drak is the one who came up with Ariella. And actually, we thought it was a made-up name, and then we looked it up, and it was a Hebrew name.
Alright, gotta get them there. There you go. I think you're still missing all the guys over there.
Did I not get him?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I limit break?
Oh yeah, do a little break. Perfect. Full fury.
Yeah, but her name, I want to say it took us like maybe more than 2 months. 2 months?
Probably. That's something I don't remember. Really.
Yeah, it was a long time because it was our first name we were picking. And I had names that I liked, but I never picked a girl name when I was thinking of, oh, what names would I give my kids? I always picked boy names because I had this thought that I was going to have a bunch of boys. So I didn't have a girl name that was like, oh, I really like this name and I want that.
I've made things difficult. We've never really been able to plan for one, though. They've all happened earlier than we wanted. Like, even by a year, a few months sometimes, but
Yeah.
we've still love them greatly. And we want them all, but we haven't been able to plan, so I haven't been able to take any steps towards trying to get a boy. But I'd like at least one. I'm happy with my girls, but I'd like a little diversity and someone to keep me company when everything goes down with them.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I definitely think that having Ariella be our first girl, our first child even, was really a blessing and really what we needed as our first child because she was so good.
Oh yeah.
She was a really good baby. She was very thoughtful. Sometimes she overthinks things, which I mean I do all the time.
Yeah.
But
no, she takes after me a lot.
Yeah.
She's very emotional. She's very empathetic. She's
I didn't quite relive the experience.
she cares a lot about what people think too, which is sometimes she gets embarrassed really easily.
Yes.
And that manifests in either getting angry or really upset.
Yeah, mostly upset.
So
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours, but no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
Very true, Cryo.
yeah, He's
He is
He's
quite
wily.
impressive.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
looking at you, Warrior of Light.
Far more
Yep.
prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even
Oh,
possible,
baby's cooing.
we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal.
Hope she hangs in there for a little
For reasons
longer.
of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to
Gimlet dark.
I cannot help but fear for
Gooey.
the provinces.
Even though we're not fighting, it doesn't mean there isn't still fighting
I'd
going
nearly
on.
forgotten to ask, what became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention.
Did he find another Asian?
He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something.
Ooh, they have a weapon that they moved.
Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Indeed. Better to spread information.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
He's a free spirit, Tataru.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Oh?
Can't remember if we've seen him recently, though. Maybe this next patch.
Keep your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
No. No promises.
No promise, yeah.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
And then we have Adlin.
Yes.
Is this the name, or is this the meaning? I thought we had a...
That's part of the name. It means noble and kind.
Kind, yeah. Working on the kindness part. She's very sweet,
She
actually.
is very kind.
She is super sweet when she's not being an absolute terror.
I don't know about noble. Well, she's true to her sister to a point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sisters bother each other. It's just part of it.
Well, we'll see how they grow. We'll
Yeah,
try and guide it that way.
we wanted Adeline's name to be someone who would be a friend to Ariella because she was the second. We wanted her to be supportive to Ariella being the first. So that's why we went with a name meaning noble and kind. And then her middle name is Ruth, which means good friend. So she's a noble, kind, good friend.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, Ariella's middle name is Guinevere.
Yes.
And that's just a pretty name.
Yes, it also means fair and light. Fair meaning of lighter skin. And that's funny because right now she's... Well, we don't know about Esme yet, but between Adeline and Ariella's of fairer skin.
Yeah, she's lighter. Adeline is you can tell she's got her Mexican roots, which is she's very pretty. Ari's got the olive tone.
Yes.
So she's got that Honduran, Polish, along with your undertones in
Yeah.
her. So she's a good mix.
More of a Spaniard.
She's got a nice complexion. So Ariella Guinevere, Adeline Ruth, and then I also like Adeline because we watched Grimm.
Yes, that's where we saw the name first.
And that one was Adelinde. And that was more of the German, because that's Adelinde Schade. Schade. I don't know. And, which, I like that show. It's unfortunate that the last season was rushed.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
felt super rushed because it had a really good... I think the plot of it was like really solid, but it was definitely 2 seasons worth of stuff because they basically, yeah, they rushed it. So
Yeah, it was a good show otherwise.
yeah, I really like that one. And then Esme was really hard.
Oh, so hard. We actually had that name when we first started looking at names. But we had both disregarded it and kind of just kept it in the back of our heads because it was so short. And our other girls' names were, they're just longer. And we also were going into Esme's name wanting to pick something that would be someone who was intellectual, someone who would be more knowledgeable or wise.
Yeah.
Because we had Ariella as the leader, and then Adeline as her support, and then we wanted Esme to come in as the intellect
Yeah.
to round out the group.
Yeah.
But I didn't like any of the names that meant knowledge or wisdom. I liked Ramira.
Ramira was when you were
I still think it's such a beautiful name, but I just don't think it's one that would fit in with the other 2 girls' names. That was the other thing. I liked, because you're gonna call their names, so it's Ari, Addie, Esme,
Yeah.
which is all the 2 syllables. It's just real quick.
Stop.
But with Ramira, it would be Mira or Ray Ray. I don't know. It just couldn't come up with like a
Remy,
Remy.
but that one.
That's
Even
a
though Ari
boy
is a
name.
boy's name, it still has a feminine touch. I don't know. It
Yeah.
makes sense to me for her. Addie is Addie. But yeah, then Esme. What do we choose for her middle name? This is so bad.
Josephine.
Josephine. Esme Josephine.
Okay, so he can just like turn his eyes on.
Yeah, he's been doing it the whole time.
Oh.
Anytime he like puts up those barriers and stuff, that's his echo eye. Which looks like Sasuke's Mangekyo
Yeah.
Sharingan.
Yeah, because look at all those little dots.
Oh no,
in-
he has dots. They aren't the lines that go through. I thought they were like little loops around his.
Oh no.
They're just dots.
Yeah.
That looks cooler. The lighting is weird on them. I think that it had more of a limbo ring then it being bright in the center would look cooler.
Hmm.
I hate him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
But it seems like they're gonna be great friends. Oh, you're just mad because he's gonna be friends with him instead of us.
No, it's I don't I don't like his face.
Oh.
I hate his face and I hate him.
Oh, meanwhile, another one.
Yep.
Lots of things going on in the world. And in other worlds.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get Esme's name straight because it's been so it's been so short between Addie being a baby. I'm still thinking that the baby is Addie, so I always mix their names up. I'm really trying to get once Esme's like chilling, she's fine. I'm like, oh, that's Esme. But anytime she's like fussing or wiggling around, I'm like, Esme, stop. I always get messed up with it.
Yeah, but so Esme was in the back of our minds for a long time, and then I'm going through all these other names meaning knowledge, and some of them were really pretty, but they were just like way too exotic.
Yeah. I suggest Minerva. You shut that one down.
I just didn't. It is a feminine name, but it feels like it has so much. Like it was too harsh.
Yeah.
And she didn't seem that way.
I wanted I wanted Minerva too, so I could be like, her nickname is Minnie. And so she's being called Minnie all the time. It's like, oh, what's that short for? Minerva. Just like the dark cloud over everything.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Interesting. But I thought we were joined. Okay. He's just smiling at me.
Yeah.
Drak is just smiling at me, so
It's a major plot point.
to be continued. Like I get like he's really soul driven. I think we're gonna wrap it up, right?
Yeah, we want to
Yeah.
try and keep these to an hour so they're a little bit more digestible.
Yeah.
But that's about
But
all. Let me-
Esme's name
yeah.
meaning is it is to adore, to love, to respect, and it really fits her more. She's a very gentle soul, and except for when she's upset, which is just like all of our girls, when they get upset, they all of a sudden have this fire that comes out.
Yeah.
As was it? Esme was at the doctor's office, and they have to get naked so they can be examined, and she does not like being naked,
No.
like completely unclothed, and she was screaming, and her skin was turning red, and the nurse was like, "Is she okay?"
Was she really scared?
Yeah, she's like, "Is she okay? Is there something she needs? Does she need to be fed?" I was like, "No, I fed her before we got here. She just really hates being cold. She's
Yeah.
turning red." Yeah, all my girls turn red when they get mad.
Oh, she's like maroon though. She gets so mad.
She has the most patience, though. I think
She
that's
does.
why. It's because otherwise she's super gentle, and she just kind of like, "I don't like this," kind of complaining, whining.
Oh yeah.
But
I love her
then-
little fussing goose. It is so dang cute.
But if she really doesn't like something, then she turns
Yeah.
really dark red.
It's really hard to calm her down. She's slow to anger and slow to calm.
Yeah.
That's her.
And Josephine means God will increase. So she will hopefully increase in love and adoration and respect.
Yeah.
But that just seemed to, like, I always pray when I'm deciding a name, because you're naming a person, but they'll be called for the rest. I don't know, it's daunting to me. And I want to make sure that I'm giving them a name that is their name.
Right.
And that's why I pray about it, because I'm like, I don't know. I mean, because I'm a human is what I'm trying to say
Right.
there. And I don't think that I really have the right to name another person. But yet I'm having all these children.
It'll just be like Aragorn, we give them their birth name and then they have their true name.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
A heavenly name. So we'll see. But I think that so far they're living up to what they need. Oh, Ari was so sweet tonight, even though she was so bad today. Jessica and Ari have been fighting because she woke up at 4
o'clock in the morning.
I took her back to her room. We have a Moshi, Moshi. They have little meditation stories or just little lullabies.
It's an app on the phone.
Yeah.
It is great.
It is really good. It's worth the money. And I could send out some. We get bonuses if we refer people, or I can refer, and you guys can get like probably some free time. So if there are any parents that want a referral code for it, I can probably set something up for you. Just let me know, and then next time I'll put it in the video. But I put that on. I'm sitting there. I'm holding her hand. Usually we just try and send her back to her room so that she learns to kind of put herself to sleep. And she's having a hard time. Also, speaking of your looking at your character now, rather, Archie's working on new artwork for some thumbnails, but we're also trying to catch up with all the. It's been a crazy year, so we're catching up with all the patrons and stuff, and then hopefully we'll have new artwork, because I know I go to the sign off and it's just me, Yuni, and Ari, but I've commissioned one that will be all of us. So that'll be happening. Anyway, so Ari didn't go back to sleep at all. She stayed in her room for a while. Then she came back out. She was having bad dreams. Lays with Jessica. I didn't notice she came into the room. Didn't go to sleep. And then she didn't take a nap. She's stubborn. She's super stubborn. We've tried to like get her in a room and she'll lay there for a bit, but then she won't actually sleep. It's very hard for her to calm down. So anyway, she was grumpy, as you can imagine. She was just super emotional. She was fatigued. She was tired. Yeah, she's having this really hard time. We didn't do a story for her because we just wanted her to go to sleep, and she just took that so hard. She says, "Why am I'm the oldest, but I'm doing stuff wrong." And I was like, "Sweetheart,
Oh yeah.
like you're gonna be fine."
And
But
just like, how can I teach them if I don't do anything right?
yeah, she was really hard on herself.
Oh yeah.
tonight. It broke my heart. But I was like, "You're gonna be
I know that feeling.
right." Oh, me too. And so I was like, "You're gonna be okay. You just gotta you do something wrong, then you have the consequences, and then you learn from it, and then you can teach them what to do right, and then they learn what to do, what you're actually supposed to do in these situations." So I was trying to be very gentle with her tonight. We were just also, you got to be firm or we have to be firm with them. I don't know your situation with kids, but ours, you have to. If we're soft with them, then they take a mile.
Oh yeah,
They will
they'll
take the
run
full
all
time.
over you.
So I have to.
Oh, and you can't laugh at anything.
No, this
For
is really
future
hard.
parents, if they are doing something that is downright hilarious, but is like what they're not supposed to be doing, do not laugh.
Oh,
The moment you smile, you giggle, they're like, I'm gonna do it again
and again
and again
and again.
because dad or mom's gonna laugh.
Addie's the worst with it. Ari, I can at least get firm again. Okay, now it's time to settle down. But Addie won't. Addie's like, I'm gonna get that laugh out of you. She's gonna be such an entertainer. Oh my goodness, all of them are. Or at least Addie and Ari so far. But I'll have to.
What is that?
I have to get to the point where Addie, she's just dramatic. So she cries, but it's not like, it's half for show.
Yeah.
It's like the
Oh,
only
yeah.
way she knows how to express that. And it's not. No, the other day she was going, "Aw." That's the most median level of like emotion that I've seen from her. Because either she's manic, like she is just happy, burst fire energy, squealing with excitement, or she is, this didn't go my way, I'm gonna cry. I'm sobbing.
This is interesting.
If I continue not to get my way, I'm gonna start screaming.
What is this gear?
It's from the level 57 dungeon. I want to say 50 or 60. I
like
think
it's
67.
Weird for a healer.
Yeah, it's a Doma Castle. It used to be the Heaven's Word gear,
Oh.
tome gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they all have the horns and stuff on them. Yeah. So, yeah. Adeline just, Addie, put that down. Aww. Addie, that's my drink. Aww. No, Addie, you have to finish your food before you get dessert. Aww.
Yeah, she just kept doing it over and over again that one night.
It was so funny. But otherwise, it is just, so I have to get her to that point, and then she'll wear herself out crying.
I feel like that's
And I really don't have to
doesn't go
do
with my eyes.
much. I have to get her on her back, and I'll scold her, or then I'll just kind of apply very, very little pressure, but I'll pin her down for a second, or just put my arm over her so she knows she can't get up. And as soon as she starts to squirm, I let her go, so she doesn't. I don't want to traumatize her,
Yeah, she doesn't feel trapped.
but I need her to know that I'm serious for a second. So that's how I get her, and then I don't make the emotions worse. If I've tried holding her to try and like calm her down and like a hug, and that just makes it worse. So I've gotten to the point where I just pin her down, wait a second, she realizes, okay, if I get up again, he's gonna do this, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna chill, and then she'll be okay until I leave the room, and then she'll get right back up. A little stinker.
I like the bracelets on this. They're very what do you call it? Warrioress or Amazoness.
Yeah, like
But
Xena.
yeah, I loved Xena, by the way.
Yeah, my
growing
sister
up.
really loved her. I grew up watching her and Hercules.
But I'm not really sure about the robe.
I don't like that one either because it's such a maternity dress. It's got so much flow. Like as soon as it hits your stomach, it just flays out, and it's the same
Yeah.
on males too.
I think it's
So-
really weird on males if
Yeah.
it were to flare out like that.
I hate it. I like
Oh, I like
form-fitting
the
stuff.
design on it.
They did
like
it for
the
striking.
The design is really pretty.
Yeah, the
but-
top part is really nice. They just, if they kept it to more of like a shirt, I think it would have been good.
For striking.
It would have been more tolerable for striking, but I
Yeah.
really cannot stand the full dress.
No, I just
don't
like
mind a
the
robe,
arms.
but-
I might need a different robe.
Yeah.
And then these are the shoes that just came with the tome item. There's these big old heels.
So yeah, that's it. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know in the comments.
Yep, any questions?
So we didn't get too many, but we were at least able to fill the hour. We got some good story progress done. And so yeah, I'm trying to think if anything else is going on in the future. I was gonna bring attention to something, but now I forgot. I didn't make a note of it. I'm working on the Blue Mage video. That's hard because now I have to storyboard how it's actually the visuals. What do you?
I don't know. I'm just talking to her while you're talking.
Okay. Go see if she's all right. And then, yeah. So I'm trying to get it together. I'm working on it. And then we're gonna be doing Blue Mage raids. So hopefully I can get some Nest style raid videos out before 5. Is it 5? Yeah. Or is it 6? Are we 6?
5.5.
5.4 is coming up.
Oh, 4.
Yeah. I believe. Right? Anyway. You guys can correct me in the it doesn't matter. I know the next raid tier is coming out. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.